Hey everybody, it's the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that's dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle or eating just one meal a day. I'd like to talk about what I consider to be the most dangerous mindset that you can have while you're in the middle of your OMAD plan. I'm talking specifically now to people who have either hit their goal weight or who are darn close to it. All right, and that most dangerous mindset that you can have is if you're telling yourself, I've arrived. If you find yourself saying some version of this in your mind, you need to listen to this video, all right? Why is this bad? Well, number one, you disconnect with the very reason of why you started OMAD in the first place. When you adopt this mindset, this I've arrived, you've hit your goal weight, and you're there and trumpets are blasting off in your head and you're feeling amazing. When you have this mind and you adopt this mindset of I've arrived, I'm done it, I'm finished, you're disconnecting with the reason as to why you got into OMAD in the first place. It wasn't just to lose weight, okay? It was also to get your health in order, to get your eating in order, you're lowering inflammation, etc., etc. So you become disconnected from that, which could be pretty dangerous. And then number two, psychologically, you believe that now the game is over and that you no longer have to be diligent with your health and your weight. I'm sorry to tell you this, folks, but as I now approach close to 4 years of doing this, I can definitely tell you with 100% certainty that it's never going to be game over. It's never going to be I'm finished or I've arrived. You have to be diligent and on top of your health and your weight for the rest of your life. Now, the third point I want to make is that considering all of this, you can end up going back into your old habits, and this is where that term yo-yo dieting kind of originates from. What people they tend to think, well, I've hit my goal, I'm done, and I've used it for what I needed to do. I'm now going to go back to some of my old habits, and the whole point of doing this is to take control of your eating, take control of your food choices, and when you're eating, so that you're the person in control and you're not letting food or junk food or whatever it happens to be get the better of you and sort of kind of take you back over again. And you'll find that when you do this and you go back into old habits, that you're going to do what they call yo-yo dieting, which is you diet for a while, you get really good, you hunker down, and then you hit your goal, and now you're riding that wave of the high of everybody complimenting you. Oh my God, you look amazing. You feel like you don't have to try anymore. You don't have to be diligent, and you slip and you let this get back to you. You let this weight and this poor health and these poor choices come back to you. And not only do you get the weight back, but usually what happens is you end up getting a little bit extra, which makes it really, really difficult. All right. Now, I know what you're thinking when I say that you've never arrived and that it's never going to be really over. This realization can become quite depressing, but only if you're trapped in dieter's prison and you're playing the dieting game, which is why many people just end up getting fatter and fatter every single year, and they stop bothering to try with losing weight and getting healthy. But those of you who can go through your OMAD and you eat the foods that are around you and the foods that you enjoy, but you do so in a controlled manner, you'll never play the dieting game. So therefore, you end up making peace with your food choices and the food that's around you, and you can fit into any social situation. All right. So again, it sounds kind of depressing that, oh my God, I'm going to have to be on top of this for the rest of my life. And I don't want you to think that you have to be doing OMAD for the rest of your life. You can take breaks from it, of course. It's the self-control that you can't take breaks from. It's the being in charge. Sure, it's great to let your hair down once in a while, but do you need to do that every couple days, once a week, a few times a month? I mean, I can't tell you. You have to make up that decision. And but what I love about OMAD is that because I can make the food choices that I want and I can eat the foods that I enjoy and that are around me, I'm not in dieter's prison. So I don't feel like I'm constantly on a diet. If I decide that, you know what, today I'm out, it's my meal time and I'm gonna get some Chinese, I'll go and get some Chinese. Or maybe I'll grab a burger from some fast food joint down the street. Or maybe I'll go for a while and I won't go to a restaurant for a month and I'll just make my own meal. Whatever, it doesn't matter because I've made peace with those choices. I've conquered the inner demons, okay? And I'm the one that's in control and I'm in charge of my destiny in this situation. So this whole thing doesn't have to be depressing at all. It could actually be quite freeing. But you are going to have to be diligent. But you're never going to be diligent for the rest of your life. You're never going to be on top of it. And if you adopt the mindset that I've arrived, it's over, I won the game, and the game is up. You're not going to. And what will eventually happen is you'll go back to old habits, and then you'll become a fat statistic. And you don't want that. So for those of you out there who are hearing this, heed my warning, listen to my words. If you're very close to your goal weight, or maybe you've used OMAD and you've hit your goal weight, if you catch yourself, in this sort of mind frame, if you catch yourself trying to adopt this when you get that goal, you need to get off of it immediately. And it's okay to acknowledge your progress. It's okay to pat yourself on the back. But just know that once you hit that goal, it's not automatically set in for life to where you don't have to be on top of things anymore. Right? So it's not as bad as it seems, though. It doesn't seem like you're, as I use the phrase, trapped. It doesn't make it, you don't feel like you're trapped because you're not playing the dieting game. And believe me, if you're watching this channel, almost everybody on this planet has played some form of the dieting game or has been in dieter's prison for some time. That's why you found this channel and channels like it, because you've tried the elimination diets where I'm going to eliminate sugar, I'm going to eliminate gluten, I'm going to go vegan, I'm going to go carnivore. You've tried all of those different diets and they don't work for you. Or at least they only work for you in some situations some of the time. And that's why you're here. So the main thing, though, is that you have to always keep your eye on the prize. And ultimately, the prize is not a number on a scale. The prize is your overall health. So that's why I'm saying is that it's never a game over situation, because you're always going to have to be monitoring your health and weight management, lower inflammation, etc., etc. That's all part of it. So if you catch yourself in that mind frame, please, I warn of you, snap out of it immediately. Enjoy your progress, pat yourself on the back, and then quickly get yourself back to work. But it's a labor of love, because, like as I said, I can go and eat whatever I want, and I do, and I enjoy it. And even if there's a lot of people who do OMAD that are on keto that may take the wrong, get the wrong impression from what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with keto at all. A lot of people adopt keto because they love the foods, they love how they feel. That's great. You're not in a dieter's prison if you're doing that, and that's something that you just absolutely adore. So that's my warning for tonight. And it's mostly aimed, like I said, for those people who have either hit their goal, who are very, very close. And even if you're in the middle of it, in the middle of what you're trying to accomplish, this is something that could come up for you later on in the future. So just be mindful of it. Well, that's it for me for tonight. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing as always. Don't forget, we've had the past few videos are mentioning our June OMAD challenge, so go check them out on the channel. Again, a lot of great response. A lot of people are in. This is our second year in a row doing this, and I want to see some good results. I want to hear about your successes, and I want to see your before and after pictures, and I want to hear how good OMAD worked for you, how the OPAD challenge worked for you for this month of June. So keep that coming. Be mindful of that. Thank you for watching and subscribing and being with me this whole time. But that's it for me for tonight. I hope you guys have a great week, a very happy OMAD, and be well.